Happy Saturday, everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Weekday. Now have a good weekend. Diva and I are together on a little mini weekend vacay. We celebrating my aunt's 92nd birthday, and it's a big, big thing. So we out of town right now. What's going on, everybody? Hey, what's going on, Bree Bree? Truth and Reason. Thanks for joining me, Joshua. Hey, babe. And Miss B Town Hester. Thanks for joining me. Whew, there's a lot going on. Bree. Hold it down, Queen. I see you. There's a lot going on. You see the title. First of all, let me say this. So, hey, Prayed Up. Anytime I do a video, I go back and look at my videos, especially if I have some type of discrepancy going on. And hey, Queen Kimberly, and something is going on my platform, and perhaps I didn't catch everything that was going on, because y'all know it's really hard. You got to be really good at this reading the chat and talking and all that. Y'all know Mz.Teavalocity ain't good at that. But one thing I do for sure, hey, DC Essence, I go back and watch my videos. And it seems like I always have a little kerfuffle in here between Jay Dunn and Gummy Bama. And for some reason, when I looked back, and I had to talk with my team, it seems like we not in agreements in what happened. So, and Ronnie Q even said, what was going on. So I went back and I looked at it, and I wasn't in agreement. And for some reason, I did zoom in on Gummy Bama. And let me tell you why. Here's my justification, which I don't have to justify anything, but I want y'all to know where I'm coming from. Everybody over here, they do their thing in the chats, they go back and forth. But I have always asked anyone who entered my room, please do not disrespect the panelists. I don't care what y'all do in the chat. Don't disrespect the panelists. And I'm going to stand on that. I'm not going to change, because this is not the type of area where we just go all haywire at. And people know when you want to go for that type of entertainment, y'all know where to go. But over here, we don't do that. And if I ask you to respect me and you really do care for me, and these people don't know me, and some of these people don't give a damn about me, but I care about myself. That's why I'm going to put shit in check when it goes haywire. And so, Gummy Bama, I asked you before, prior to this, when we had this big blow up over here, not to come in here and address Jay Dunn. And you came in and you did just that. You commenced to calling her a lie about whatever the situation. They sent me the screenshot. So what I think is going on is people come into your lives, especially if you got a peaceful, and we had a good live, a live that was informative, people, a live where we was reaching out to people saying, hey, if you need your medication, if you need medical equipment, if you need a mammogram, we didn't say all those things, but if you need any type of help, assistance, let us know, because we're going to do a health fair over here, because that's my job. That's what I want to do, reach the people. I like a little mess, but when it all comes down, my passion is taking care of people. That's what I do, right? So we was talking about that. We was talking a little bit about the election, and Gummy Bama came in here. Now, my team say I'm hard on Gummy Bama, and it seems like that I allowed Jay Dunn to do what she want to do over here, and I coddle her. Well, I deal with people the way I deal with it. You like it or you don't. But I am going to say this to Jay Dunn, and I know she in the bushes and she could drop down. I have had a lot of patience with you, Jay Dunn. It's something I like about you. And you probably don't give a fuck, but I'm just going to tell you, it's something I like about you, that I have a lot of patience. But here's the problem, and this is why you need, from this point on, I think you need to stay in the chat, or you can unsubscribe from me. Because I've taken a lot of disrespect from you, because I went back and looked at several videos, not just that one. And here's where you really blew me at. This one was the icing on the cake for me. You decided to bring that gentleman's name over here on my platform, and I'm not even saying anything about that. I'm not even in that shit. I don't even want to get down like that. And then on top of that, you commenced to say something about doxing. I don't play that. I am not in it like that. I don't do that, baby. And you did it. And I've asked you several times not to call the word B here. You wouldn't ever you feel comfortable, you do that. So I went around and I kind of, looked at the videos, and I got some, messages and stuff. And I think it's time for you and I to quit, because I had a lot of patience with you. And I think to a certain extent, you are just leveling up with your disrespect on me. And I don't tolerate that from you or anyone else. So if you can't come on this platform and maintain, I ask that you don't come back over here. You can take your membership, you can unsubscribe, you can do what you want. But you're not going to come over here and talk about doxing. And then you're going to bring that gentleman's name over here and you already see what's going on, trying to drag me in some shit. I don't play that. I don't play that. If I wanted to get in something, I would jump down here and get in it. And if I ask you don't do something on my platform, you continue to do it, that means you don't respect me and you don't give a damn about my platform. So I'm going to respectfully ask you, and I know you're in the bushes or you're a red baller back and catch this live, that do not come on my platform anymore if you can't maintain. This ain't about Gummy. This ain't about nobody else. This is about you disrespecting me. And I let a lot of shit go, baby. That's one thing about me, because I meet people where they are. But at this point, when you did that doxing stuff and you was talking about doxing on my, we just can't do that no more. So that's it. That's all. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. See, because y'all do that wild shit everywhere else, but I ask you don't do it over here. Let me tell you something, and everybody know, if I really wanted to get down and cuss a mofo out and call a bunch of people, I can do that. I got plenty of places I can go to do that, or I can do it on my platform. But you all know I don't do that. I just don't do that. And I think you're just beginning to disrespect me too much. Now I can have a conversation, but that back and forth, when I'm trying to maintain a certain flow over here is just getting to be a little bit overwhelming for me. So if you don't know how to come up on my platform, Gummy, I timed out. I don't mind no shake and bake, Gummy. That's not it. When you guys start, when people start talking about doxing, dropping names and calling folk, I don't want that type of attention, because if I want that type of attention, I'll get up here and do it myself. Okay, so Gummy, I don't mind about the shake and bake. We done had shake and bakes, but again, it's certain levels to this shit. You come in here and I asked you don't do it, you constantly do it, please let me stay and defend my honor. Yeah, I'll be respectful. You said that before, but anytime that you go at Jay Dunn, she's going to answer, and she has a right to answer. But it's the back and forth. And then that when she was talking about somebody going to be doxxed or something about doxxed, I don't want to be up in that bullshit. I just don't want to be up. Let me tell you something. Whatever somebody's going to do, they going to do. And it is what it is. I don't run from nothing. But I do what I want to do. If I want to get in a bunch of BS, I could get in. If I want to have drama over here, if I want to run the numbers up, I could do that. If I want to go watch it, I know where to go. If I want to jump on platforms, I can do that. I'm just not going to do that. And I'm not going to make people do that. But I'm not going to let people throw me in bullshit either. And okay. There you go. See? Right when Jay Dumb is it. So that's just the thing. And we all know Gummy Bama. We know Gummy Bama is messy. And I don't have anything against Gummy Bama. But if I asked you to stop doing something, I would appreciate that you show me that much respect, that you would stop it. You, Gummy Bama, and Jay Dunn as well. And I just think it just goes back and forth. And at that particular time, she wasn't saying anything to you. You came in here and said something to her, but she also redirected a comment at Ronnie Q, and Ronnie Q had nothing to do with it at all. So I do go look at my videos, and I watch the chat and everything, and that's for me to make sure that I stay on the right path that I want my channel to be on. You like it or you don't. So again, hey, I don't have anything against JD. Whatever happens, happened. But when she come up on this platform, she just have to maintain. And I think she has a hard time ignoring the chat. Just ignore the chat. Congratulations, Purple Peach, on whatever, baby. Congratulations. Thanks for joining me. And Gummy Bama, yeah, I see you too, baby. I see you too. But yeah, so it is what it is. I just have to decide to, I want a certain decorum over here and we're gonna stick with it. So whatever happens, happen. Now let's talk about all about the Benjamins. There's a lot of money being dropped. We hear in certain terms, we at war. This is this. Stand down. I got you. We gonna do this thing, and everybody's out here swinging and banging, and they at war, and that's all cool, and it's about making money. And let me tell you why the war will never end. And this is in real life. The reason why the wars never end, because they're very, very lucrative. I even heard the verbiage lucrative being used. Wars are lucrative. So everyone is making money, but you have to be careful, because I constantly say this, and this video is not going to be long. So if I speed it up, just stop me. Just stop me if I speed it up. All money ain't good money. And when you at war, you either go fight or you go stand down. People have their own positions. You heard people say, I'm not in it. You heard people say, I'm not part of the beef sector. You heard people say, I'm not going to beef. You heard people say, well, y'all say I ain't the beef sector. But what really threw me is I was in KRNs yesterday, and I had to hustle and work really hard. Because I was going on vacation. So I was only working half a day. And so I was hustling up, but I had my earpiece in. And the show, for what it was worth, for what he came to do and what people was there for, got derailed. It got derailed. Why did it get derailed? Because the war is within. The war is not against the people you think it's against. The war is within. I was so shocked when I saw how that show ended yesterday. I was like, wow. Why is it if you guys are having war with someone, you start warring with each other? Then again, I'm always in Pizarro's. I was in her bushes. And then they start fighting each other up there. So who's really on y'all side? Do y'all really know who's on your side? Can y'all trust anybody to go to war with y'all? Y'all saying you going to war, but you can't even trust the people in your camp. See, so y'all are warring against yourselves, and I can't understand it. Even though it's a game that's being played, but it's affecting people's real lives, and it's very lucrative. I'm in the bushes watching, and people are dropping money, memberships, money, and I ain't mad at you, because that's what the real war is about. See, we can stop those wars, but why stop it when it's making billions of dollars? Billions of dollars. Why would you stop it? Why would you halt it? Why would you stifle it? Why would you slow it down? Every so often we have a different breakout. And it's the same thing here. It's the YouTube game. Every so often there's a breakout. But I can't understand if you guys are going to war with someone and you getting down, deep down in the dirt, and you suiting up your armor, you putting your boots on, you putting your gear on, you putting your helmets on, you got your shit loaded. Why would you turn around and shoot the men who's supposed to be fighting with you? Are you really trying to win anything? Hey, really, BTV, I got your message, Queen. I apologize. We gonna talk about that, really, BTV. But why would you fight each other? So really, where's all this coming from? It makes me wonder who is really running plays around here. Who's running plays around here? Y'all be very careful. The very people that you think is part of your army is actually your enemy. I see a lot of enemies down here. And people don't like when you tell the truth. They don't like when you tell the truth. But I wonder who's really in this thing together. Now, I'm just sitting back watching it because I told y'all I'm only going to do but so much. But I'm watching it. It's very, very entertainment. But I tell you, it's lucrative as well. And see, let me tell you something, too. I heard a comment that was brought to my attention, and I heard it. And I was like, really? If you are a content creator, you're a content creator, and your mods work for you and your subs, your job is to protect them as much as you can. As much as you can. That's what I believe. I will protect my mods and stuff as much as I can, because they're doing a job for me. They're doing a service for me and my platform, and they don't get paid. Hey, free thinker, they don't get paid, but they respect me. Do your show, Miss T. Don't worry about me. Okay, baby. They respect me enough to come down here and work for me. And there's a lot of shit going on around here, you guys. And it seems like there's casualties at war, casualties of war. People have nothing to do with this, is getting thrown into. But it makes me wonder, are we really having plays ran on us? Who's really behind this? Are people trying to throw people off? Are people including people who has nothing to do with this garbage? You never know, because when you watch them, the war is within. They fighting amongst each other. So how can you trust each other to fight for you? If I went to war and I jumped down here and I got in this stuff, there's a lot of people I wouldn't even want on my side. I'd rather go out there and fight by myself, because I can't trust you. I can't trust you. There's no trust. There's a lot of enemies in your own camp and you don't know it. Everybody, go ahead. What's that saying, y'all? Everybody in your front row is not your fan or is not cheering for you. And I believe that it's something moving strange around here. Something's very strange. Why is the beef sector, people who proclaim to be this beef sector, why are you all turning against each other? Are you really deep down inside jealous that one is making more money than the other? What is really going on? Because y'all making money. Why would you turn up? Why would you turn on each other? If you guys really wanted to get more troops, and I'm going to say it like that in that analogy, you wanted to recruit more troops or have more troops on your team, why would you turn against them when you at what you call war? Y'all call it war. I heard somebody say, we at war. I mean, I laugh. I really sit back and laugh. I said, this is unbelievable. But then I realized it's entertainment. This is what they do. Some people take this for play, but then people's real lives are getting affected. So where do you draw the line at? Where do you really draw the line at? Are you going for the money, or you going to protect your family? Are you going to protect your family, or you going to protect your dollars? Because you're not protecting your other people. You're not protecting your other people because you want the money. You want the money. I truly miss the old beef sector. These new jokers. Yeah, you know what? People are coming over here. People are naming themselves a part of this. Hey, like with Jamila Lady T, a free thinker. Hershey Kisses. Hey, baby. Melissa Scott Coffee Quiz. People are attaching themselves over here. You got people boosting these people up and making sure that they getting their numbers. They are using y'all. But I was in Breeze the other day, and I heard her say, I think I heard some conversation that she got her eye on these people, but she said it's an agenda, and she was right. It's an agenda, but the agenda is to destroy you all, because it seems like these people are coming in here having y'all turn against each other. So I'm a little confused. But sometimes I'd rather stay confused than to really be in the know, because it just makes you wonder, who can you trust around here? Who can you trust? Yeah, they do fight amongst each other, no pressure. But if these people saying that they got an enemy out there or enemies out there that they going against, why are they fighting against each other, though? See, that's the old beef sector. That's the old beef sector. They will fight amongst each other, but now they got new people out here wanting to fight with them. So either they have to team up and fight, or just continue to ignore them. Eventually, if you ignore something, it will go away. People real lives are being affected with this. People real lives are being affected. And you don't know who's right next door to you. You don't know who your neighbors. Do everyone know their neighbors in their apartment building, in their housing complexes, or wherever they live? Do you know every neighbor? I don't know all of my neighbors. I know the close by, but I don't know all my neighbors. There's neighbors way up yonder. I don't know them. So you really don't know your neighbors. So you guys have to be very, very careful. Thank you for the membership, Lady Tia Design, because, you know, people are becoming casualties at wars for no reason. They don't know about this shit. They don't care about this. Most people are coming over here to entertain, you know, for the entertainment. But again, people are being pulled in this and is affecting their real lives. So when do you stop looking at the dollar signs and say, hey, listen, this is my grandma. She ain't got shit to do with. This is my Uncle Jerry. He has nothing to do with. These are my children. They have nothing. These are my grandbabies. They have nothing to do with. When do you start protecting your family? Because we all could get out here and go back and forth with each other, you know, but when do you start protecting what's really yours, what's valuable to you? And like I said, most people is not going to stop because they making money, and money is the driving factor. Everyone's making money. Think about it. They dropping big money to come in here to be part of this sector. They dropping big money for the entertainment money. Hey, in Bernadette, baby, I was traveling. I was driving. I was traveling. But happy birthday to you, beautiful. And so when do we start putting that shit aside and say all money ain't good money, and start taking care and protecting yours, what's really yours? You know, my mother and father is not alive, you know, God bless their souls. But I would never want someone to call my mother or father because they have nothing to do with this. They have nothing to do with this. So you guys are being so money driven that you're not protecting what should be near and dear to you. Now we found out some people don't really have family members who give a damn about them. You know, that's a horse of another color. That's a horse of another color. But again, do your part to protect yours. They have nothing to do with this YouTube. Draw boundaries. Money is good. Money is good. But you know, you just have to know. And they taking down pages. They taking down pages. And that's the crazy thing. So they trying to stop your bag one way or the other. Can y'all drop my backup page? If you're not subscribed to my backup page, please subscribe to my backup page. You never know. Like I said, some people are just casualties of war. They have nothing to do with it. They don't want to play these games that's being played down here. They don't want to play these games. And it's a sad thing just because they come into the chats and because they mod for you and support you. People are afraid to drop down. People are afraid to mod because they getting thrown into some bullshit they don't need to be thrown in. You know? So it's like you come down here for entertainment. You come down here for entertainment, but then this happens to you. I say as a content creator, and again, I can't tell you how to run your platform and what to do, but listen, there's some real traumatized, hurt, broken, battered, bruised, miserable, demonic, evil people out here, and they don't give a damn about you because their lives are not in the best of shape. They don't have any kids to hug and kiss on. They don't have a husband or a wife or a mate. They don't have a sister or brother in their lives. They don't have celebrations to celebrate. This is what they have is YouTube. And some people will do anything. And I believe some people's names are just being thrown around and mixed in stuff because they want to take you off of the focus, the real people behind the scenes that's doing stuff. Just watch some people, how they moving. I just don't believe it is what it is, but it's all about the Benjamins, the dollars, The enemies are in your camp, in your so-called camp. The enemies are in your so-called camp, and they doing just what they supposed to do. And yes, to a certain extent, is entertainment, but then a lot of people are in jeopardy. A lot of people are in jeopardy, and some people just don't give a damn. They don't care. They making money. They making money. Hey, Toya. So I'm not gonna be in here long. I told you that Diva and I are out of town, but I just want to say I thought they had their, I watched a couple of lives coming down here. I couldn't watch the chat or anything, but I was listening to them, and it seems like you guys are warring within. So you don't know who to trust. Hold on. You don't know who to trust. You just don't know who to trust. So the only thing you could do is really sit back and just watch. And I think that, at the end of the day, people will be exposed for who they are. Because I don't know. By me watching it, by me watching it, I'm saying, damn, where's all this coming from? Let me see. Can y'all please hit the likes? We real low on likes. All I'm asking is for a little likes. Here come this shit. Here come these people. Hey, Kilolo, what's going on, baby? The real Empress, Lori B, Asia T, Melanie Queen. Look at this. Look at this. Sin City. What's going on, Sin City? Lady Adonis. Look. So my thing is, if you at war, y'all, I ignore that. If you at war, you at war. Do what you got to do, but don't fight each other. Just don't fight each other. It's stupid. If you are band together, band together. I already know. I watch Sin City. It's good. I watch Sin City. Hey, Sin. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, baby. This is what they do. And they say, hey, the people said they at war. They at war. So they coming everywhere. But y'all already know. But anywho, so you guys just do what you have to do. But I say, listen, it ain't worth it. Some of this shit ain't worth it. You got kids, you got grandparents, you got parents. You don't want them in this mess. You don't want them in this mess. So when you think about warring with people or doing whatever you gonna do with people, think about your loved ones. They didn't sign up for this bullshit. We did. But anywho, I'm gonna get ready to. I see what's going on over here. See, so they just everywhere. They just everywhere. But you guys, what the hell got W infiltrating those monkeys? It's okay, y'all. Relax. It's okay. And let me tell you something. I ain't no different than the rest of them. They coming in here. Yeah, they coming in here. Listen, I don't mind y'all coming in here dropping your monkeys or whatever, because listen, that don't bother me. I'm not with that shit. However, don't come on my platform disrespecting, because we got a certain decorum over here. And if you sit back and watch me, then you'll know. You'll know we have a certain decorum. So y'all are welcome to drop the monkeys, to drop the apes, to do what y'all want to do. But please hit the like while y'all doing that. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you, Miss Jazzy Jazz. I see y'all do what y'all do. I ain't mad at you. Yes, baby, you could come up. Hold on. Again, I don't mind you coming on my platform, but for the ones dropping the monkey showing love out the Mo 3 seconds, we don't get down like that over here. It's a whole different decorum and the vibe. So please don't come over here. I don't mind you showing love, baby. I don't mind y'all support me. Hit that like button. But we don't do that shit over here. Y'all go to where y'all could do that if y'all want to get ugly, because we don't do that over here. Come on in, Bernadette. I appreciate you. Good morning. Hey, I appreciate you. Sin City Rap. Hey, Sin City. I watch you, mama, but okay, y'all do what y'all want to do. Y'all relax. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not mad. Go ahead. They come through. It's okay. It's okay. Y'all relax. They gonna come everywhere over here. Hey, good pussy. Thank you, baby, for hitting the light. Thank you. Hold on. Let me make sure this is her. Relax, Steve. I got it, baby. That's you, JD?
Yeah, good morning, Miss T Velocity.
J Dunn?
Yeah, I said good morning,
Hello?
Miss T. I said good morning.
J Dunn?
You can't hear me say good morning?
Oh, okay. Hold on. In Bernadette, that's you?
Yes, ma'am, it's me.
Okay, baby.
Can you hear me in
Hold
Bernadette?
on.
Yes, me,
Somebody
Jada.
Borgin.
I can hear
Hey,
you.
just cool. Hold on. Somebody Borgin.
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
I said good morning.
Somebody Borgin. Hey, JD, what's going on in Bernadette? What's up, man?
JD, you
Well,
want to go
so
first?
JD, you
What?
Borgin.
can you hear me in Bernadette?
JD,
I can, but Miss T can't.
you Borgin. You can
I'm
hear her
not.
clear?
Drop down and come back up, and I'll
Drop
let you have
down,
your
JD,
spot.
and come back
I'll
up.
give you your spot, boo. Come on. There
Go
you
ahead. What's
go.
up? Happy birthday. And what's going on,
Hey,
baby?
thank
Happy
you, Miss
birthday.
Tiva.
I
I
was
know
driving,
last year
baby.
for the first annual birthday, you were there
I
celebrating
was
with me.
there. Yes,
So
I
it's funny
was.
because yes, ma'am, Miss Queen Diva dropped in. You know she
Mm-hmm.
represented for the both of you. Miss Queen Diva is no joke. Okay, she said my sister Tiva is traveling and I'm here to
Mm-hmm.
represent, and she did. So I wanted to
Okay,
let you
baby.
know your sister had your back. Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I
Thank
had
you,
such a
baby.
good time, and I wish you had been there because I know you enjoyed last year. But
I did.
yes, ma'am. It was a little funny, our baby mix got, she had to get in the mix, but I love her so much, and I respect everything that she's trying to do. So I just wanted to come up and tell you thank you, and thank you, Queen Diva, for dropping in, and thank everybody in the chat who came to my birthday party. It was so
Yeah.
freaking fun, Miss Tiva.
It looked like you was enjoying yourself. Hold on, baby. It looked like
Yes,
you was
ma'am.
JD, that's you?
How I'm Borgin?
Okay, baby. Now you're not. Now you're not. Now you're not.
You good?
I
Oh,
see
well,
what's going on.
I only asked for the link because these folks,
Good.
the Mo 3 sector
I see.
people,
I
been
see.
doing this from platform to platform.
I see. I see, baby. I see what's going on, JD. I see what's going on. It's all good, you know. But let them do what they do. I saw them around. I saw them around. But I'm not gonna let them disturb my spirit over here. You know, we still gonna
Uh-huh.
have a show.
Absolutely.
I
And that's
saw
why
it.
I came up, because I'm not gonna lie, I had some disparaging things happen at my challenge, but people don't understand. First, it was my birthday, and the other part of the challenge was just to be uplifting. And y'all might see some disparaging things in Bernadette done said in the 5 a.m. mornings on some
It's
folks'.
okay.
Yeah, but I ain't even mad at myself, because it's like sometimes being in the beef sector, you got to get it off your chest.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I did, so I just didn't want those who know me to
Mm-hmm.
feel like I have changed. I'm not. I'm still all about our mental health. I'm still all about my sisters. I'm still all about motivation. I'm still all about relationships.
Yeah.
But I won't let this new beef sector drag me down. I'm not going to do it. So, some of you may, and I won't answer to it and I won't respond to it, but some of you in the next 24 hours may see some disparaging things that I've said to other people, but in my book, they deserved it. And me being a woman of 56 years old, I felt like I had the right to speak my mind. So, Miss Tiva,
Always.
yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for letting me come up. I just wanted to say that.
Always. I hope you enjoyed it, baby. When I
I
looked
had an
in there,
awesome freaking time.
it looked like you was enjoying yourself, baby, and that's what it's about. Now let me say this too, in
Yes, ma'am.
Bernadette.
Mm-hmm.
Pick and choose your battles. Always pick and choose your battles. Let me tell you something. Some people are, I don't know especially what you're talking about, but I'm just watching this. Some people are trying so hard to earn their way into what they call the beef sector, that they doing anything, they picking fights with anybody. So what happens is if you just ignore them,
Yes, ma'am.
they'll go away. They will
Yes,
go away. Don't let them build their channel off of you.
yes, ma'am.
Well, you can't try to build your channel off of somebody. Like I said, we can always shout someone out, but it's their job. If I go over there and join and subscribe,
Right.
it's your job to keep the people. So pick and choose your battles. If you want to beef, I always say that. I tell people all the time, I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth and beef. For me, is not who I am, is not who I want to be. Right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
pick and choose. If you want to beef with somebody,
I don't want to beef. I don't want to
no,
beef,
I'm
Miss
no.
Tiva. I
Listen,
don't want
listen,
to
listen, baby. Then don't. But what I'm saying is, don't have people throw you in that shit, or don't feel like your back is up against the wall that you got to
beef.
come out
Okay.
swinging. Let them beef with
Okay.
their own damn self. They'll go away because
Okay.
they got to find beef to build their channel or to keep
Okay,
their
I will.
views going. That's just a word of advice. What's up, JD?
Thank you. I'm gonna go on mute just for
You
a moment.
welcome,
Make sure
baby.
JD don't need me.
Oh shit, she
Okay.
might need you.
Well, in Bernadette, we could talk up here, but I did come up here because Mz.Teavalocity,
Yes, baby.
and Queen Diva, this is your sister's panel, so you are more than welcome to join the communication, and it's not me giving you permission. But I believe that Queen Diva has a problem with me because the last few times that I done come here, she done always had a problem. The last time I was here, you blocked Gummy Bama, and she had a problem with you blocking the lady
Mm-hmm.
who was talking all types of crazy, and I responded. Prior to that, she had a problem where she said that she wasn't gonna come to my channel no more. I said I wasn't coming back over here, and
Mm-hmm.
so if Queen Diva got a problem, I would just like for her to tell me, because
Mm-hmm.
Mz.Teavalocity, the only thing out of sorts that I said the last time I was here was mentioning about chat rep using food stamps.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That ain't the only thing.
Oh,
Mm-mm. That
what
ain't,
else was it? Well,
you
tell
go
me because
okay.
I don't
Okay.
know.
I'm about to tell you, baby. Probably you didn't realize it, but I always go back and read my video. Look at my videos, listen to them, and read my chat. And what happened was you used the word bitch, and I asked you don't call bitches, and you recorrect. I mean you corrected yourself. Hold on, Diva. And then not only that, you talked about that person that this sector is in war with. You know that I don't get down like that. You mentioned them. And then on top of that, you said something about doxing somebody, and then you dropped down. So and you was talking about you was going to talk about Gummy Bama's email address. Now I ask you, if you respect me, and y'all could do what y'all want over on other platforms, but over here it's going to remain the same decorum. It's going to remain the same decorum. And I asked you, I said, don't talk about doxing over here. I don't want to do all that shit. I don't get into this shit like that. And don't call the word bees. And you still continue to do it, JD. And you go back and forth with me, back and forth with me. And that shit is getting tiresome for me. I like you. Hold on, Queen Diva, that's you? Queen Diva? Queen Diva. Hold on, y'all. Queen Diva. Queen Diva. No, go ahead, y'all. Shit, we don't know what these people do. And I asked you don't do that. And it seems like you just pushing me over the edge. I don't know if it's a level of disrespect or it's just a level of you trying to get your point across. And a lot of times I do put you on hold, and I realize that, because I would think the relationship we have from here, not here, because I don't know you outside of here. I'm not a family member, but from here, I would think that you will honor what I asked you to do. But
And
go ahead.
I've done that. I've done that multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
When you have told me to not use that word, I don't
Mm-hmm.
use it. Now,
Right.
sometimes somebody will come up here crossing me
Mm-hmm.
because the nerve of anybody, including this heat, to jump up here and say that I'm trying to find a mama. What do you think that she is trying to say when she says something like that? Because I'm being supportive over here on this channel. I'm trying to find a mama like my mama wasn't shit.
Why you listen to her? You know you ain't trying to
No,
find a mama,
I'm
baby.
not listening to her. I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why she get called the B word quick,
Mm-hmm.
fast, and in a hurry. Because what you're not gonna do is talk about people trying to find a mama when their son's still trying to find a mama. That's what you're not gonna do. That's
J
what you're
Done.
not gonna do. So
J Done.
so that's the
J
reason
Done.
why I call people the B word, and I don't understand how people not putting it into proper context. Then you talking about the man that was doxing everybody. Well, we was up here talking, And I thought that's what you were talking about up in your commentary.
Uh-uh. I wasn't. I wasn't,
Okay,
baby, because I don't. Let me explain something to you, JD. Like I said, I pick and choose my battles. Some shit I don't want to get in, I don't even talk about. I really don't care about what that man is doing. Like I said, whatever he think he want to do, he could do. But I'm not gonna make him my topic of conversation because he ain't fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? That's reality. So I'm not gonna bother him. But I asked you to not do and say certain things on here. And it just seems like when I asked you that, you just want to go back and forth with me.
I oblige.
You do sometime, but like I said, you had talked about, you had called somebody a B or something. I said, and I asked you, don't call people B's on the platform. We could do anything damn near. If it just goes organic and it comes a back and forth, I don't mind that. And it becomes a back and forth. I just don't like that B word because I told y'all I'm never gonna get down here and sling a bunch of B's and allow y'all to degrade people. Like I tell you in Bernadette, we all three on this platform. I'm not gonna sit in here and watch my chat disrespect nobody. So I try to put a stop to that because I don't want them to do that because they come to my house to visit me. I'm not gonna let you talk about my guests. Okay, that's just what I am.
I just felt bad,
And
Mz.Teavalocity, because the same exact thing just happened in my birthday party, which was at the end of Uplifting Challenge. And we weren't reading the chat. I wasn't anyway, because I was still celebrating. And I felt bad because people were saying things that I didn't acknowledge in the chat. But I still know that I did exactly what I wanted to do. And sometimes you can't follow what the chat is saying, you know?
Yeah. I
and
don't know
as
what.
far as the B
Good.
word, as far as the B word over here, when you correct me, Miss T Velocity, I oblige. And
You
the
do.
fact that I'm right, but you keep honing into that like that's something that I did. But this he come up here talking about I'm trying to look for a mama. Next come up here saying the same thing. That means they bringing up my dead mom up in the situation. I don't know if you
I don't like
correlated.
that shit. I
Right.
don't like that.
So I'm going to
I don't like
defend myself the way that I choose. And then
that.
also, when you tell me not to call nobody the B word, I
Mm-hmm.
don't do that.
Hmm.
But
Right.
then as far as people or as far as you saying that I'm like overstepping or whatever with your platform, I don't have no reason. Now, Miss T Velocity, let's put everything out here up on the table.
Yes, ma'am.
Because when Just Read My Book was acting the ass up in your chat,
Mm-hmm.
trolling me, you ended the live abruptly because I was responding to her. And I might have called her a bitch. I might have.
Mm-hmm.
And I apologize to you again. But
Mm-hmm.
that woman was fucking with me.
Mm-hmm.
And what you did was you ended that live. And then we had a whole three-way conversation
Mm-hmm.
through Life
Mm-hmm.
with Jamila.
Mm-hmm.
Me, you, and Queen Diva. What
Mm-hmm.
I don't like is that y'all be able to contact me via three-way through
Mm-hmm.
Life with Jamila, but then act like I'm doing shit to y'all on here because I'm not fucking with y'all. I'm trying to be supportive. That's it, and that's all. I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't even talk on the phone with y'all if I had a problem with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But Queen Diva seemed to have a problem with me, and that's all I'm saying. Because as soon as Jamila had called my phone that night,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I was steaming. But when she said I got Miss T Velocity and Queen Diva
Mm-hmm.
on the other line, I said you
Mm-hmm.
can bring them through. And I
Mm-hmm.
ain't disrespect y'all. I ain't call y'all
Mm-hmm.
no types of bitches. I ain't do none of
Because
that.
you ain't right. No, you didn't. No, you ain't. You ain't. No, you ain't
I
gonna do that.
didn't.
No, I didn't say
I
you did.
didn't. So
I didn't say you
I'm
did.
trying to figure out where is the problem, because it seems like people have a problem with me out here in front of everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and then they address it in front of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But meanwhile, they know how to get in touch with me privately, and they don't
Mm-hmm.
be saying none of that stuff. Cause
Because
I
let me.
done talked to Queen Diva. I done talked to Queen Diva a couple of times before that.
Mm-hmm.
Now I only talked to Miss T Velocity one time. One
Uh-huh.
time.
Mm-hmm.
But I done talked to Queen Diva a
Jamil.
few times before that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to figure out what is her problem. Because
Mm-hmm.
if she got a problem with me, just like she can get in touch with me to tell me anything else behind the scenes, she could do that when she got a problem. So
Mm-hmm.
please let me know what the problem is.
Mm-hmm. Queen Diva, good. Queen Diva, right here. She gonna come on and talk to you. She has a problem because it seems like that I'm always. Go ahead, Queen Diva.
Hey, Jay Dunn, this is all I'm going to say. First of all, go back and look at the video. You told me that I don't have to come back to your platform if I have a problem with you. Not once did I say I wasn't coming. So you need to go back and review that because you're wrong. My only issue is...
Hold on, wait a second.
Wait,
Let me respond to that.
No, let her talk. Let her talk. Let her talk. Go ahead.
Well, I just want to respond to that because I agree with her. I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing with her because I rewatched it too.
But let her get it out first, and then you rebuttal. Go ahead. Let her get out what she said.
Jay Dunn, I never showed you where I don't like you. I've talked to you probably once or maybe twice
on
the phone, but I never said
I already said twice. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but listen, I never said I had a problem with you. I just don't like when you come up, you loud talk Mz.Teavalocity. To me, you disrespect her sometimes, you know? So, and everybody says this, not just me. So of course I'm gonna feel some type of way. Not that I dislike you. That's not the case. I just know sometimes the platform, just
get derailed.
And it could get real chaotic sometime up there, So that's my issue. But no, personally, I don't have a problem with you. Dummy Bama is a damn troll. Everywhere she goes, Jay Dunn, she trolls you. Am I right?
Of course you are right. But my thing is, what did Gummy Bama and Mz.Teavalocity saying that she blocked the lady or whoever it is have to do with you getting upset with me? Because again, Queen Diva, even after that time when I said that I'm not coming back over here, you showed up in my chat and I said, hey, Queen Diva.
Because I don't have no beef with you, Jay Dunn. And
correct. So that's why I brought my fat ass back over here. Do you understand?
Okay. This Tiva platform is not mine for one, right?
But I give you respect because I respect Mz.Teavalocity.
Right. And I give you
it's a lot of things that you have said toward to me that I could be very disrespectful about. But because I respect your sister, I respect both of y'all.
Name one time, Jay Dunn, I was disrespectful to you. Name one time.
It was over here on Mz.Teavalocity.
When? I'm asking when. Was
that live when Read My Book, when I was addressing Read My Book, and you got up here and you did a whole temper tantrum, but you didn't even read the chat to see what Read My Book was saying towards me.
Okay. Let me just interject here. Okay, so listen, I'm just put it like this, baby. We're not gonna go back and forth. So what would you like? What are you wrapping up to say? We can call you behind the scenes?
Well, no, that's not it.
That's clearly what you were saying out here, that we can reach you behind the scenes. Why won't we do something to you? Because first of all, if you notice the first time, I don't talk behind the scenes, JD. That's just not something I do. Our relationship is YouTube, and so I don't really talk behind the scenes. And if I address you, I'll address you right here, because I'm not going to let the level of disrespect get beyond where I want it to be. And it just seems like, I don't know what it is that you go back and forth with me sometime. And, I say to you, and I've said to you, you don't have to fight every battle. I've told you that, JD, don't ignore them. You don't have to fight every battle. These people just trying to get under your skin. Wherever you go, you got people, going behind you, picking with you. I see what's going on. Believe me, I see what's going on. And some people might think I coddle you. I don't call it coddle you. I just watch and see what's going on. If you think I'm not aware that you have done damage on these streets and people have done damage to you, then I don't know what you think it is. Because I don't think...
No, that's not what I'm saying, Mz.Teavalocity. Not at all. You got it.
I'm just saying, I watch people. I watch people and I see when people mess with you. And that's why I told Gummy Bam, I'm a little upset with you because I asked you don't come in here bothering her. She's on my platform. I want her to be respected on my platform. Just like if you was up here, Gummy Bama, I would want you to be respected on my platform, because that's just the decorum I have over here. Yeah, I can let y'all go back and forth and call each other names and degrade each other. It's never going to happen over here. It's never going to happen. So whether y'all like Jay Dunn or not, I'm not going to let you disrespect her. And that's all I was saying. And in return, I asked Jay Dunn not to look in the chat and disrespect other people. Okay, baby? We're not going to make this a long, we're not going to make this a back and forth.
I'm not trying to make it a long nothing. I'm trying to respond.
Go ahead, respond. I'm on pause.
Okay, thank you, Mz.Teavalocity. No, the whole topic of this was not to say that y'all done talk to me. What I'm saying is, honestly, I give y'all the most respect than I give any of these people on here. And I don't think that that's taken into consideration. It's plenty of times that I could have been rubbed the wrong way or whatever, but I give both of y'all respect. And so all I asked was for me to be respected when Read My Book was being how she was up in the chat, and then the Gummy Bear person. But at the end of the day, I don't have no problem with y'all. But I just felt like Queen Diva had a problem with me. And when I said about the being able to contact me, because honestly, you can contact me anytime you feel like it. I don't have no ill will towards y'all. Ask a lot of these older ladies up in this sector already. I drag them easily. I'm not trying to have that type of time with y'all.
I agree with you. Listen, I agree with you. How you think that it took me so long really to address it? Because for one, let me tell you, I'm very different. I meet people where they at, baby. I meet people where they at. I have worked with many young, old, in between people, and my level of relationships is where with them is where I make it. Now, you don't, to me, you don't overly disrespect. I'm telling you, you don't disrespect me like that. It's just like the back and forth. You don't disrespect it. Sometimes the back and forth is something that I just need you to chill on and to ignore the chat. Because if you're on my platform, I don't want you fighting with people. You guys have areas you could do that in. Like you said, Mz.Teavalocity, I never really, said anything, out of the way to you and Queen Diva. That's your level of respect. But when you over here, I just want it to be a certain way. We were all having a great time. We were being informative. The flow was there. And then here comes this. And I ask you to sometimes just ignore the freaking chat and let's keep on going the way we going. I don't want you addressing everybody in the chat because it throws the commentary off. I'm spending a lot of time with bullshit that I shouldn't be spending time with, baby. That's all I'm saying. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, JD?
I completely understand what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm not slow at all. I completely understand what you're saying, Mz.Teavalocity.
Okay.
Even the last panel that I was on, we were talking about politics.
Right. And health.
But then here come people up in that chat trying to say stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna defend myself if you don't.
Gotcha.
And I'm not asking for no defense because I defend my damn self. I'm only gonna sit on here having a cordial conversation about politics and watch somebody try to drop stuff up in your chat about me before I don't say anything. I'm sorry. That's not how I move.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. And I'm not asking you to move that way. I think you listen. My thing is, I asked you and I asked them, is a certain type of decorum over here. If you can't follow the decorum like you did the other day, JD, I believe you thought that you was going to really get out of line. So you just dropped down and left. You just got down left. That's all I asked you to do before you start going back and forth, throwing my commentary or hey, Triple Red. That's all I'm asking you to do. If you feel like that you about to go left, just, get off your platform. Get off the platform because I don't want it to go like that. We got different places. Do you know how many platforms I could jump on and cuss a mofo out and start doing all that crazy ish, screaming, yelling, and over talking people? I could jump on Pizarro's, Brianna's, yours, any place where it take place at. You know what I'm saying? But that's just not what I'm gonna do, and I ain't gonna let it happen here. But I get you.
And I agree. I agree.
So can
But
you,
I
you
can
want to?
only let so many
I hear
things
you.
slide.
I hear you. Because that's just the person you are. I got it. I got it. Go ahead, Diva want to say something, and we gonna wrap this up and get back to
Okay.
my what happened to you? Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. This is what I want to say to you, Jay Dunn. I don't have an issue with you. What my issue is when Tiva is doing her live, right? And you on the platform, you good. But soon you read that chat, it just
Yep.
throws you off completely. So, and you notice a lot of people say it's best not to read the chat. The chat is the most messiest thing. The platform going good. Soon Gummy Bama come in the room because I blocked her too. I don't have a problem blocking
But
Gummy
I like
Bama.
Gummy Bama.
I like her and I like you, you know. And everywhere I go, people be fighting. So I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't, you know. But no, I don't have a beef with you, okay? So I want you to understand that.
Well, I understand what you said perfectly clear. Now the
Okay.
thing is, I'm
See,
actually up here contributing to the commentary.
you
Gummy
are.
Bama ain't clicked the link to contribute, not yet.
Yes.
So I refuse to let somebody who ain't even contributing to the channel
Mm-hmm.
by
Okay.
lending a voice for me to
Mm-hmm.
have to sit here and watch some bull mess up in the
Okay.
chat. No, I'm
All
not
right.
gonna look the other way. I'm not.
Okay. Okay.
And J Dub, my
Okay. Let
other
it go.
issue, this is the last thing I'm
Let
gonna
it
say.
go.
It seemed like, you know, like when you get a little hype, it seemed like you raising your voice, hollering at
Yeah.
Mz.Teavalocity, trying chastising her. Like I'm talking,
Yeah.
Mz.Teavalocity, just wait. And your voice just that's your voice, Jay. Then you raise your voice. I don't know if it's your microphone
I
or
am.
what you speaking through, but it sounds like you be hollering at her. So of course that's gonna trigger me. I'm her sister, you know. That's why.
See.
I
But other than that,
I get you
yeah.
being her sister, but even right now I'm talking to y'all with headphones on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Headphones.
All right.
These are Bluetooth headphones. They was on my birthday wish list. Shout
All
out
right.
to the subscriber who bought it for me.
Okay. Now
This
can
is
I say
this
this,
is
Jason?
what I this is
Go
what
ahead.
I listen to y'all on because I don't have time to be by my phone or have a phone to my ear or anything like that. I
Okay.
listen to y'all with my headphones on. No, it's not a boom mic. No, I
Okay.
didn't go and purchase a microphone that Ness and
Thank
Deceit
you,
got.
300.
I
Yeah.
Okay.
had headphones on my wish list for my birthday
Mhm.
last year, which was September. And the subscriber bought it. So
That's
I'm
good.
using what
Okay.
they bought me.
Okay.
Well, I want some beats at my Christmas party, so I'm gonna start using them. Okay. So maybe I will come through clear. You know, I swear I am.
Okay. I'm about to wrap this up, baby, because
Okay.
I don't. I
Thank you.
just want you to understand where I'm coming from, and I understand you where you coming from. And it is what it is. Okay. So I'm about to wrap this up. I told y'all I wasn't gonna be here too long. You good?
Are you talking to me, Miss T Velocity? Because
Yeah,
I can
baby.
drop down.
No, I'm asking you. Are you good?
Oh no, I'm fine. I just wanted to have that conversation because I
Thank
didn't
you.
know what the hell was going on.
Nothing.
Nothing
I
really. But let me
appreciate it.
ask you another question. I just
Uh-huh.
saw, I just saw where they snatched your main page. Why? What's going on?
No, they didn't snatch it. I got a strike because I was going
Oh,
after the man that's doxing everybody.
oh, and they struck your page. Y'all be careful out
Correct. So
in
I got a
these
strike and it's gonna be over in 7 days. But I think I got
streets.
that strike on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, you been got the strike. So you just came out here and
Correct.
told me you got a strike? Oh, okay.
Well, I had to wait to get on somebody's platform.
Oh, okay.
Cause I can't go live on my own channel to say it.
Oh, okay.
So I had to wait for somebody else to be live so that I could
Oh,
say. But it seems that the people that are fighting him back, he's
mm-hmm.
striking people. So I gotta wait 7 days. But I think my 7 days will be up the first part of next week. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I have to look. Cause I did screenshot my strike that I got from,
Mm-hmm.
and it's crazy, Miss T Velocity, because he didn't even strike a video. You
I don't,
strike the community wall post. So even if you share, anything that's related to him, he will strike you.
I
Because I didn't even hold
let's
on.
not even talk about him, JD. I don't even want to fucking talk about him. I don't care about him. He
Well,
ain't
well,
over
why
here.
you ask me then?
No, I just asked you. I saw your page. You said something. I heard you say something about a strike, but you just told me they struck your page. That's all I wanted to know. But you good to go after 7 days, right?
Correct.
You
But
come
don't
back in
ask me
line.
if I can't explain it.
I just don't want you to elaborate on that particular thing, baby. That's all. That's all. I just don't
Okay,
want you to
okay.
elaborate on it.
All
But
right.
you good. Long as you good. I saw you somewhere else and you was just saying it. That's why I said, oh, your page is down. That's the reason why I asked you, baby. That's all.
Yeah, that's what he doing to everybody.
Okay, so just let it. Well, stay safe out there. That's all I'm gonna say. RNYTV, what's up? That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all stay safe out there. They say y'all war and y'all saw how these monkey stomped in here. They monkey stomped in here big. But you know what? Again, I know that I can hold my peace. I could hold my peace. I ain't getting in all that shit running up in somebody's chat. Why was I gonna get mad at them? They doing what they gonna do. They coming in everybody's chat. What make me different, right? So it's all good. Y'all be safe out there. So I'm gonna get back to this. Jay Dunn, you be good, right? So why are we? And I'm just asking, why are the people fighting each other? Why are they fighting each other? I don't understand that. In the sector, why is the sector fighting within each other?
Well, I know I'm fighting hoes who was calling my probation officer last year. That ain't gonna change because the man showed up.
I can't
That
with
ain't gonna change because the man showed up. Fuck that
no, but
man.
I'm just saying I know I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying I noticed yesterday it was some lives going on, and it just seems like I guess that's what it gives over here though. I think what it is that they fight over here in the beef sector, they fight within each other, right? But then I guess when new beef come and they say they want a war and they want to fight other people that they don't stick together. I don't understand it. It's very hard for me to understand that. You
Well,
know?
I'm gonna say this, Mz.Teavalocity, and then I'm gonna drop down.
Okay.
I'm fighting any bitch that
Ah,
was calling probation. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'll give you $5. I will. I will. I'll send you a cash app.
go ahead, baby. Finish your
I
statement.
really will send you a cash app
Finish
because
your
I didn't do
statement.
that intentionally.
I know. Finish your statement, baby. Finish your statement.
So I will fight any person
Mm-hmm.
who was fixated all of 2023 on trying to get me on a probation violation. And
Mm.
if the man is doxed at any one of them
Mm.
hoes over there,
Mm.
I'm gonna
Mm.
be right there
Okay.
watching, taking notes.
Okay. Okay.
Period.
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
Bye, Miss
Well,
T
bye.
Velocity.
Bye. Be good. To be good out there. So we heard from her. She gonna fight anybody. They gonna fight each other, and they gonna do each other. And y'all again, don't think that people don't know what's going on. Don't think that plays aren't being ran on us by some of the very people that you think is not. And there is a money maker. Is a money maker. So they don't want to stop. They don't want to protect anybody because they are getting the money for it. And that's what y'all need to realize. They are getting money for it. And that's in real life. That's in real life. You know, that's what politics and stuff, all this shit ties into what's going on in the real world. Hey, daughter here. Um, that's what's going on in the real world. They not gonna stop all those wars. I watched today where they had 100+ immigrants just stop past the border patrol to get in the United States. So it's the same here, y'all. It's the same here. We opened the door and they flooding through here, and you can't stop them now. So you have to deal with them. So how do you deal with them? You damn near gotta house them. This is the same thing happening in the real world. They storm through the borders, they come in, and what do? The United States we give them money and we house them. We giving them medical benefits. It's the same here. These people came in an influx here, and you guys start supporting them, letting them jump on your platforms. You go in their chats, you build their numbers up, you help them get monetized. And I ain't talking about one. I'm talking about, I see a lot of people do it because the money is the motive. So it's not going to stop now. Y'all just could sit back and get ready for the show. That's all. Sit back and get ready for the show because you opened the border, United States. You opened the border. You're taking their money. You're putting them to work. See, you know how they put the immigrants to work? Excuse me, y'all, I'm eating a pepper. They put the immigrants to work. So you using them and they using you. So both of y'all have an agenda. Everybody has an agenda. The government has one. The YouTubers have one. Businesses have one. You do anything for your agenda. So they're not going to stop these people. I don't even get in this bullshit. You know, to be honest with you, I go over there and I watch Sin City and I watch some of those people because I go different places. I don't drop down. I don't get on the platform. But they came over here stomping and dropping gorillas because they think, hey, she part of the beef sector. She over here. Never even stopped by to say, hey, that lady don't be caught up in this bullshit. She ain't doing all that. These people don't, she don't have all that. They don't care because when they influx like that and they take over, they want to take over everything. They don't care. A lot of us are going to be casualties of war just because they at war with other people. I don't do all that bullshit over here, but because I'm over in this area, they say, oh yeah, get her. She part of it too. It's the same thing with the United States government. And they are making sure that we are taking our focus off of the real war. We in a real war, y'all. Please make sure you hit that like button. And our focus is in a virtual world war. But we in the real war. A war that's going to affect all of us. They flooding us. Most time, I used to work in DC. Right? And I never forget the area. Hey, Ronnie Q, baby. The area I was in, I used to see a busload of Asians and Caucasians come. And they start taking pictures, you know, and they talking in their language. And then, you know, it looked like a white man was leading them around. Stay focused. I'm going to tell you where I'm getting at. I'm going somewhere. It was a Caucasian man, you know, leading them, and they pointing to all the businesses around there, right? And I said to myself, I said, wow, they coming through. They about to take over the area. And what did they do? They came through and they gentrified the area. And a lot of times when they come through, and I want y'all to understand that when you have depressed property like that and they leave depressed property and you see different cities falling down with abandoned houses and everything, that's the G-men behind it. Because that depressed property, they want to buy up. That's why they let it fall. They want to buy it up so they could gentrify it. And when they gentrify it, most of us can't even live in those areas. And when I use us, I use people as far as my community. And that's the same thing here in this virtual world. These people are buying up property over here. And you can't outslick everybody. You're taking their money, so you are allowing them to get comfortable. That's the analogy of the real world and this virtual world and what's going on. And we don't know who's the enemy out there because a lot of them snowballs. A lot of them play it, make runs, you know, do plays. They doing runs. You know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. They running plays. Some just took my... They running plays on us and we can't see it because they keeping us blinded by it because you looking at it as entertainment, okay? But know that's the analogy. There's a real war going on and here's a virtual war. And just like in the real war, they leaving depressed channels. They snatching channels and they leaving people where they at. So you got people fighting to get in, to be protected on one side, and they won't always make it. They're not gonna always make it. But good luck to them. Hold on. It's funny. It's funny to me that the troll talking the most as starting fights and wars because it's not affecting her. She talks too much. I don't know. Isn't that so backwards at the beef sector? I don't know what y'all talking about. Yes, they opened the border. They opened the border, and this is the border as well. They opened the door, and now the immigrants are flooding in, and they're taking over. And let me tell you something. Once they start taking over, it's going to be hard to stop them. But y'all keep getting paid. I'm glad you people are getting paid. It's all about the Benjamins, and that equals the enemies within. Okay. They dropped those gorillas to check the temperature room. They wanted it to be a problem. Miss T handled it well. Oh yeah, I was up. I see what it's about. I told you I'm sitting back watching. This channel abides by the YouTube guidelines and commentary for adults 18 and older for entertainment purposes only. All commentary is not intended to bully or harass one. Thank you, Queen Kimberly. Life with Jamila. What's going on? Focused on the three that brought them over. You know what? I don't know who brought them over, but again, all money ain't good money. Please make sure y'all hit that like button. It's past an hour, so I'm about to get out here. I just wanted y'all to, to realize that the gates are open, the border is crossed. They're going to come in and do what they have to do, and you have to deal with it. But here's the unfortunate thing. People who don't want to play in these funky ass games, they could be casualties of war. That's just how it goes. Protect yourself and protect those that you love and care about. See, it's not always about you, the content creator. And that's what I realize. When I come down here sometime and I do my commentary and I let some stuff pop off organically, and I have these little kerfuffles up here and all this back and forth and all this stuff going on. I realize it's not just about me. It's about my subscribers, it's about my mods, but in reality, in totality, heart of hearts, it's about my family, me and my family. I'm never going to sacrifice my family for anyone. I'm not going to change. And again, nobody's scared. Nobody's hiding. Nobody's running. I don't have shit to hide. It's just not my game, and I'm not playing in it. Okay? That was not cool. And they gaslighting, saying they are showing love. Why drop apes? Showing hearts to show love is one thing, but emojis. I didn't let them disturb my spirit. I didn't let them disturb me at all because I'm on the outside looking at. I see what's going on. They did what they came to do. And here's the unfortunate fucking thing about what just happened. I watch The Good Pussy. I watch Sin City sometime. I go over there and watch different people. I may not drop down, but I do watch them and watch their form of entertainment. I watch a lot of people. They felt the need to come over here and do that. And so I let them have it. Do you think I was going to sit there and see? Here's a different type of level of intelligence and picking your battles, which one to fight. You thought I was going to let them disturb me and I start cussing them out or doing something crazy? No. Do what y'all feel y'all have to do and get the hell on. That's what y'all do. Because that's what they doing to everybody else. What makes me think I'm different when I'm down here? Hold on, baby. Hey, sweetheart, that's you?
Hey, Miss T, it's me.
That's you?
Can you hear me? It's me.
Really, B?
Can you hear me?
Hey, Sugar Wooger, what's going on?
Hey, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Oh, no.
Go ahead, Really, B?
Hey.
Yes, baby, I can.
Okay, I think it might be a little bit of a delay.
Go ahead. Yes, ma'am, I can.
Oh, okay. No, I heard you were getting ready to get off, and I just wanted to come
now
up.
You Borgin.
Okay, I'm gonna go out and come back in.
You Borgin now, Really, B. I was hearing you clear at one point. Okay, she gonna come back up. Free thinker, that part. Wait, free thinker. Free thinker, that's what I said, is that unity part. Hey, so at least they going in unity. You got each other over here fighting each other. At least they came in unity. That they show unity. I'm not mad. Hey, baby, I see you. You good, sugar. You good. You know what? At least they came in unity. You don't see them fighting within against us. So I mean, it is what it is. Let them do what they do, baby. They didn't shake my spirit. Hey, that's you really big?
Can you hear me now? You still can't hear me?
Is it me, y'all? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. It seems like there's a delay or something. I don't know. It might be me. I don't know. Are you getting ready to
Y'all,
get?
is it me? Or is she Borging, y'all? Is it me? Put a one in the chat because it sounds like she Borging to me. I can't hear you, period, man.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Let
Oh,
me.
they say it's me.
Oh, it's
Okay,
you.
go ahead.
Oh.
Oh, is the Wi-Fi in the hotel? God dang it. Go ahead.
Oh. 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 Oh.
They say it's me.
It's you. So what you do? You
Oh,
want
I
me?
feel bad because I can't hear really big.
Oh. Well, I'm not gonna
But
skip
they
you.
say they could hear you really fine, really be. Everybody's saying you fine. So it must be the Wi-Fi in this hotel. I'm in a hotel and it must be the Wi-Fi.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh shit. No, let me go out and come back in.
Okay. I won't. I'll stay here.
Oh, they say they hear both of us clearly. So go ahead. Just
Okay.
talk
Well.
really big. Go.
Okay. Well, Miss Queen Diva, if you can hear me on your phone, I just wanted to address what I had heard on your live from last week or earlier this week. I wish I had been there when you guys were talking about term limits and the election and stuff like that. And I just wanted to clear something up that was said that wasn't accurate. I just wanted to clear it up because I don't want people to have misinformation. That's all. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, and then I'll drop down since you can't hear me. The first one was I think people misunderstand how the two-term limit works. It's a two-term limit, period. It's not you can't be elected consecutively two times. So if Donald Trump is elected again in this election, he still can only serve 4 years. It's an 8-year max. The only way Donald Trump would serve more than 8 years is if he were vice president and the president died while he was in office. So that wasn't accurate that if he gets reelected, he could run again and end up serving 12 years. That's not true. Um, and then I think somebody said something about that would make him the longest serving president. That's not true either. Franklin Roosevelt served more than 12 years. But the term limit for president as well, that's a constitutional amendment. They would have to go through Congress and through the Senate to change the Constitution in order to change the two-term limit. Even though they do let when Donald Trump was president, they act like he could do whatever he wanted to do. So I don't put anything past what the Republicans would let Donald Trump do, but technically that's supposed to be a constitutional amendment. So I just wanted to clear that up because I just didn't want people to have misinformation because this is an important election and that is important information to know and understand. That's all. And I do this for a living. This is what I do all day long. So the teacher in me couldn't let that go. But I'm gonna drop down now because I know you can't hear me. So hopefully, Miss Queen Diva heard it.
No, actually, I could hear you.
You can hear me now? Okay, I'm gonna drop down. But thank you for letting me
Okay,
come.
I just muted you. I don't know what's. I could hear you. I think it's me too because but here's I get what you're saying. You right, and I know you know what you're talking about. Baby. But this is what I'm saying is I just think that they are moving as a unit. Again, we are being distracted by some things. They are creating laws, they are changing things, they are creating policies, and they are changing things. And of course, is the constitutional amendment. However, they changing everything else is a strong possibility. If this gentleman get his way, they will change that as well. Remember, the G men, the big men, they rule the world. He can't change the Constitution. He wants C war and R war. People best wake up before it's too late. Really, B, you still there? I don't know. Really, B, you still there?
I'm here. Maybe you can you hear me? I'm
Oh,
here.
okay. Yeah, I'm just real leery about what's going on. And I think we need to take some. I can hear you, baby.
You know,
I hear you.
I agree with you 100%. And
I think
honestly,
what we need to do is just pay close attention to what's happening, because something, like I said, there's something going on here, and we're losing sight of a lot of things because we're. Yeah, welcome to the platform, really, B. I mean, RQ, Ronnie Q. Thank you, baby, for
Hey
sharing it
Ronnie
out.
Q,
Go
can you
ahead.
hear me? Ronnie Q, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you fine. I hear both of you ladies fine.
Okay, I just muted you. I don't know what's. I can hear you. I think it's me too because but here's I get you saying
He's
you
got
right. I know. It's just I know this. You know what you know.
yeah, it's
But
yeah. But I agree with
this
I'm just
is
gonna say
what
I
I'm
agree with you
saying
100%. Every
is
election is important and we need to vote. And that's why
I just
I
think
agree
that
with
they
Ronnie.
are moving
Oh
as a
shoot. Let me
unit.
shut up.
Again, we are being distracted by things. They are creating laws. They are changing things. They are creating policy, and they are changing things. And it's this. Of course, is the
Does she know she
Constitution.
playing herself?
However, they change
Mr.
I
everything
don't
T.
else.
know.
Possibility. If this gentleman get. Go ahead. I'm letting y'all talk. Go
But
ahead,
you
Ronnie
in
But
the
we
Q.
hear your
background. We
playback
can
in
hear
the
you in the
we hear
background.
your
Oh,
playback in the
I just,
background.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know why you guys, because I'm on my computer, my laptop, and I'm in this hotel,
Oh,
and I
okay.
think the Wi-Fi. Yeah,
Okay.
I
Well,
was trying to
what I
listen on my phone and mute this. Go ahead.
okay, well, what I came up to say is I'm glad that you clarified that really BTV, because when that was said, I was like, wait a minute, I thought that he could only serve 4 years to myself. And I said, I got to go look that up because I think that he can only serve a total of 8 years. So I'm glad. And then I forgot to look it up. It totally skipped my mind until you brought it back up. So what I want to say is, uh, you have to really be alert about who is on the Supreme Court, because they will be hearing an argument that Donald Trump has put forth that he has total presidential immunity. So
Hmm.
if they side with him, and they have sided with him on so much stuff, if they
Mm,
side with him that he has total presidential immunity, that
mm.
means he can do anything he wants. That's another way to sidestep. And he has said that
Thank
he would
you.
like to be dictator for one day. If
Thank
he's
you.
dictator for one day, what he can do is he can ban the whole Constitution. See, and you have a lot of Republicans
That's
who are
what I'm
already
talking
in office who are, well, I don't see a problem with that, who are actually in agreement with that. Like it would be okay. Like, so it's a whole lot of stuff that is being palpable, being made to be palpable right now, that is just outlandish.
I agree with you
That's
100%.
what I
I agree
was
with you 100.
hinting at. Well, not hinting at. That's what I was basically saying. We're seeing laws are being made, things are being changed, and if this gentleman get in here, his I can't hear him.
I'm not talking. Let me go try to
I
get on
don't
my
know.
computer.
Go ahead. I can't
I'm
hear
on my
y'all.
phone.
But go ahead, Ronnie Q and Really B.
Ronnie Q, let her know I'm gonna try to get on my phone. I mean go get on my computer. Can y'all
Okay,
hear
she
Okay.
me?
can hear you. I hear you being back.
Oh, okay. No, all I was gonna say was I agree with you 100%. Like what is the legal versus what Donald Trump does because of what they've allowed Donald Trump to do, and that's why this election is important. And I
Go
will
ahead.
agree 100% with Ronnie Q. I have no energy or tolerance for people who don't vote or people who try to tell other people not to vote. I just don't have the energy for that ignorance. I just don't. And for the people who try to say that Donald Trump is better for them than Biden, I don't have any trouble. I don't have any room for
I
that
don't think.
ignorance either. If you are middle class,
I
poor,
just think it's
minority,
you.
woman, LGBTQ, any of those groups, Donald Trump don't have nothing for you, and there's nothing that he's going to do for you. So I just don't have any energy for that level of ignorance. So I agree with you on that one, 100%, Ronnie Q.
Really, BTV, I am going to be talking about the state of politics. And if you see, I don't know if you're subscribed, I would like you to join the conversation because it's like so much ignorance being floated around out here. It doesn't matter who you vote for because they choose who's going to be in office and this, that, and the other. They don't even understand the electoral college or anything like that. You have people out here just taking these talking points that because they don't want to think, they don't want to learn how their own government works. So they're just taking these negative talking points and spewing them out into the masses because they have an audience sitting before them and they're ignorant. So I am definitely going to be talking about this. I heard somebody, I was on a panel and somebody said, well, I'm a Trumper because I just want him to get back in office and undo all the messed up stuff that Biden has done for Black people. And then I got on a panel. I said, be specific. What has Biden done that you don't like? They had nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? Had no specific, but spewed this talking point because you have certain people who want to separate themselves from the other Black people. The real white me and all this type of stuff. I'm separate but different than you, the rest of you Negroes, and I can understand, and I'm more elevated. It's BS. It's all BS. So really, BTV, if you see me have that set up, I'd appreciate if you stop by and we could converse about this situation.
Okay. Oh Lord. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
I'm
when people say what
listening.
Biden didn't do for them,
Here, like we said, like we said, yeah.
Go ahead, T Velocity.
After Really B was talking, you guys, what I'm doing is because on here it's coming through muffled and Borg, on Really B's TV behalf. I'm listening through the phone, muting myself. But what I want to say is, I think Free Thinker put in there. I'm not ignorant to the fact that the term limits, but I'm saying his mindset, who's he aligning himself with, the Supreme Court, things that have happened. If he gets the opportunity to get back in, he wanted to do away with terms. And if he's leading and he's picking the Supreme Court, is they can turn the constitutional amendments. You know what I'm saying? So I don't trust him. So I just don't trust. I believe that's what he's trying to do, is to do away with terms. Last time, um, if I'm not mistaken, I think we talked about that. I heard him say that. And he wants more of like a dictatorship. And look who's he aligning himself with. Look who they putting in position. Look at the people he put in position, and before. So those are things we do have to really be aware of. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Informer Sugar.
And another thing is, who
Yeah, I
has
hear
the
Ronnie Q clear.
who
Go
has the
ahead, babe.
power to declare martial law on the United States? The president does.
The
See,
president.
everybody, we're looking at our democracy being torn to shreds, bit by bit, piece by piece, and people are, well, that won't happen because we have safeguards to guard against. No, we don't have safeguards to guard against that because we have seen everything that has been that we have stride for in the past 50 years being totally torn apart. So
Exactly.
yeah, we need to really take this seriously.
Yeah, that's
In
you
my
really big.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Really big.
You still can't hear me?
Really big.
Oh man, it's
I
me.
can hear her. I hear you. I hear you.
I
Oh
don't know
man,
what's this thing with me and really big.
I know because I came.
Now I can hear you. I can
Okay,
hear
because
you.
I went and got on my computer because
I
I was
can hear
like, well,
you.
let me go. I was on my phone. I said, well, let me get on my computer. Maybe that'll be
I
better.
can hear you.
You can
Hmm.
hear me now? Okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree with everything you guys are saying. Like,
I'm telling y'all.
and that's
I
why I'm
don't.
saying like people act like Donald Trump. Like Donald Trump is dangerous, and what's more dangerous are the people who blindly follow him and who have allowed him to just totally circumvent any sense of law and government. And when people elected him the first time, I the fact that he is now the Democratic nominee, I mean the Republican nominee, that is scary to me. Because that means that these people in these primaries, in spite of everything we know about Trump and everything he's done, they still felt that Trump was their guy. That is scary. And the news is being very successful in dismantling Biden and making him look like the bumbling nubby professor and making him look like, he hasn't done anything, and that is just not true. Like go online, do your own research, see what he has done. I know for me, Joe Biden got me out of almost $200,000 worth of debt. So for that, he gonna get my vote. I don't give a damn. He's going. Has he been perfect? No. Has he? He's not. But the alternative is Donald Trump, and that's never gonna be the answer for me. Sorry.
Exactly. And the thing about it is, people look at okay, he's not the perfect person. He's not the perfect candidate. We talked about the crime bill that he wrote and passed. It put a lot of black people in jail. Okay, but people are not talking about the bill that he signed, where a lot of people are getting out of jail who were in jail because of marijuana, and him not putting people in jail, in federal jail, behind marijuana as well. Now, I don't smoke, use, or I'm not a proponent for marijuana either way, but marijuana is like the least of all problems that's going on in this country, and black people are disproportionately in jail behind non-violent offenses regarding marijuana. So a lot of people are not looking at that as well. I don't use it. I don't want to act like I'm an advocate for it, but these are some things that a lot of people were languishing in jail for 20 and 30 years behind marijuana. You have to look at that. You have to look at the student debt relief that he has given so many people that were boggled down in student loan debt.
That was me. That was me.
Disproportionately
Me.
it disproportionately affects people of color because we don't have that generational wealth that other the other race has. Now we also need to he also said he was going to do something about home ownership, because I don't know if you guys understand that more corporations and hedge funds have bought up so many single family homes that they are trying to set it up where the best you can do is rent a home, because they're out buying individual buyers and they're buying up whole new subdivisions before they are even completed to make them all rental homes to enrich people who already have money. And that is usually the way that people get a foothold and are able to pull
Yep.
themselves up out of debt, because people don't
Mhm.
understand equity in their home. Like, oh, well, you may as well rent. You don't have to do any repairs. You don't have to do this. They have a commercial out where they have this big community and they say, we have a pool here and you don't have to do
Yep.
maintenance. You don't have to do
Yep.
this, but you can be a permanent renter in a home, and they're trying to make it palatable and trying to feed it to you. They don't tell you that they can tell you when to move out. They don't tell you you don't get no equity in this home. They don't tell you none of this, that you can borrow from this home to send your kid to college to
Yep.
further further grow your generational wealth. See, it's the dummying down of society and the dummies who are accepting it that's getting it from me.
But you know what? That's what I was talking about earlier. Why are the G men allowing these areas to have so much depressed property? Because they have a plan for that depressed property. It's not like they go in the community and build it up that's suitable for us, or that community's demographic area is they can afford to live in. No, they go in there, they let those properties be depressed for so long. They go in there, scoop them up, then they start gentrifying the area, putting us out of the area, because most of us, and when I use us, is I'm just saying community, our community, Black people can't afford it once they gentrify the area. Now that's a fact, right?
And but on top of that, they're going in there. They're not just going in there and saying, "Look at these rundown buildings that we're gonna give you for X amount of dollars." They are telling them at this juncture, with them being dilapidated, how much money is already still being made off of us in these areas. So, and they're selling it to them. Imagine if we fix it up, how much more money we can get. It's all about the money. That's what it's about. It's about the money, because trust and believe, these little bodegas and little shops that is run by Middle Eastern people, they're making money off of us, big money off of us. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how they're selling
it. And listen, Miss Toby just said, look at this. Miss Toby just said she got a letter from a Caucasian investor begging to buy my home. Now listen, Miss Toby.
Oh, they reach out to me. Oh my gosh. I at one point in time, they were even texting me. At one point in time, I was getting phone calls and texts and emails to my house.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They Ronnie, because right, and they building these homes, and they are making, they are building these homes with the desire that they make more people affordable living, right? And rentals, because they don't want you to buy the property because it's an investment. Ronnie Q is pointing on about that, and so they always try to make things look good and to try to appease us, and they sugarcoat a lot of shit. And somehow that language that people don't read is the language that get us in trouble, and so it's easy for them to do that. That's why we better really pay attention when it comes to voting. They try to tell you your vote don't matter, and especially in our community, think about it, they really make you think your vote don't matter.
Yeah, I have a low tolerance. I have a very, very, very low tolerance for people who, not only people who don't vote, but people who try to encourage other people not to vote, people who don't serve on jury duty. These are all things that I have a low tolerance for it.
And another reason, the first foothold that they got into doing this is screwing up our public education. That is how they got a foothold in doing this, to the point where they are taking books out of school, books that have been in school. I looked at some of the banned books in some of the, in Florida. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. They said that pushed a gay agenda. The reasons that they put for pulling these books out. They push this type of agenda, that type of agenda, the other type of agenda. I grew up on this book. They pulling this out of the library of helping young girls understand what goes on with their bodies. They took
That's you, Miss Toby? Sorry, y'all. Miss Toby?
Hey, Miss T, can you hear me?
I can. Go ahead, Ronnie Q. Finish. Thanks. Welcome to the platform. Go ahead, Ronnie Q. Finish, baby.
And another thing is that most Black authors, all the Black history, talking about it makes people who were the majority who profited off of slavery, it makes their generational ancestors feel uncomfortable. Well, how do you think it makes us feel to have been in this situation, come from the ancestors who have come from that generation? So the last thing I want to say is they push this thing about, oh, well, this gay agenda. When it come to find out that the lady who was over the school board in Florida, her and her husband were caught up in a threesome deal, and he was the head of the RNC. He had to step down, but she refuses to step down from the school board. She was having threesomes with other women, but you are pulling all these books out of libraries, mostly Black authors, things that all type of regular books out of the library, saying that they have a gay agenda. But this is who is doing it. A lady who has never worked in education, who used to work for Gucci. She has no experience in education, but this is what's being allowed because they have this bully pulpit that they're using to really constrain people and keep people in line, to keep people under control. Go ahead.
So go ahead, Miss Toby. You came up. I'll speak after you. You
Oh,
came up.
okay. Well, I just wanted to piggyback onto what. Good morning, really B. Hey, girl. Hey, Monica. I just really wanted to
Hey.
piggyback what really B was talking about in reference to student loans. Because of him, I'm debt free as far as my student loans are concerned, and it has given me financial freedom that I'm looking forward to. Maybe in a year or two, when interest rates go down, then I'm going to look into and get an investment property. I would have never thought about that because I was so strapped with paying student loans. I never thought that I would have the opportunity that because I'm free of those student loans. And that's another thing. That's ridiculous that you have to pay for higher education. But I'm not even getting into that. I'm not even getting into that. But because of him, I could see it now. I could see the tunnel clearly that when interest rates go down, I'm going to start looking into investing in investment properties that will not only help me, but will help my community. So, if anything for that, yeah, I'm going to vote for that, man. I don't care what nobody says. And another thing, I think it's disgusting that any Black American, they don't vote. I think it's disgusting. And let me tell you why. Because people died for us to vote. How dare you? How dare you? That's all I have to say. Ms. T, thank you so much for this conversation. I am enjoying this conversation. Thank you so much. Have a
Thank
blessed
God
day.
you debt free because shit, they ain't wipe out mine. They wiped out my daughters. They wiped out.
Yeah.
We need to talk offline because I bet you can get it done. I bet you can.
I
We
sure.
need to talk offline. I bet you.
We gonna talk offline. We gonna talk offline because I don't want it. But they
Yeah,
did
look
like
into it, Miss T. Look into it, okay?
Yeah, reach out to me, Miss T. My email.
I will.
I'll give you my
And
email.
good
Put it in the back chat.
My email address is in my description box, but I'll drop it in the back chat.
Really,
But
that's a good description.
but two things I wanted to say. One I wanted to say with Miss
Look at this
Toby, with the student loan situation, she is 100% correct. And the other thing that people don't tell you is while you're in school, you can write off your tuition. The minute you graduate, you can't write that off on your taxes anymore, but you still owe the money. Ain't that crazy?
Right. And let me tell you something. When you file bankruptcy, you can't write that off either. You can't write off student loan.
But the other thing too is, well, first of all, I think when people say people die for us to have the right to vote, I think a lot of people automatically assume we're just talking about Black people. But if you're a woman, white women died for the right to vote. Women were put in jail. Women were killed for the right to vote.
Yeah.
So if you're a Black woman, that's a double weight, I should say. The other thing I want to say is, can I drop a can I drop a shameless plug? I have an education podcast, Ronnie Q, and a lot of what you just said, we talk about on the podcast, and we follow this legislation right now. We've really been following the DEI legislation, and for those of you that aren't following what's going on with DEI, it's diversity, equity, and inclusion. And a lot of states are eliminating those programs, which is going to affect HBCUs, which is going to affect jobs, which is going to affect all of those types of recourses that you have when it comes to discrimination and things like that. What Ronnie Q said is very true, but it's also very scary Because in the state of Florida, I'm gonna take it a step further, what you just said, Ronnie Q, and I don't think people understand with the legislation that was passed in the state of Florida, teachers can actually become felons. Teachers can
Yes.
actually get arrested and be charged with a felony if they are
Librarians too.
teaching one of those books.
Yeah.
They're using one of those
Yeah.
books on the ban list. But here's the problem, because people might say, well, just don't teach the book that's on the ban list. Here's the problem. The list changes based on not just county to
Counties.
but it's
Yeah.
also based on who comes into your school to inspect your classroom library. So here's
Right. I heard y'all say that.
here's how
Oh,
it's set up.
damn.
The way the law is written, each school district can have a team that will come into your classroom, inspect your classroom, see what books you're teaching, and they would decide whether these books are appropriate or not appropriate. If
Right.
they
Right.
deem the book is not appropriate, then that is where the disciplinary action comes in. And the way the law is written, a teacher can literally be charged with a felony. I don't remember the language, but I'm sure it's something about endangering a minor or something to that effect, where a teacher can be charged with a felony based off of one person or a team coming into a classroom to inspect, and they decide. So if you taught in Miami-Dade and then you moved upstate, the book list might be totally different. You know what I mean? So y'all, when I say y'all, I'm not talking about the people in this chat. I'm just saying in
I know
general,
what you're talking about.
y'all need to be paying attention to.
Yeah.
First of all, the presidential election should be the last thing y'all pay attention to. You got to pay
Right.
attention to what's going on locally, your school boards, your city councils, your state level legislation, because all of this stuff starts on the state level. And if people aren't paying attention to it, the same way they had the dog whistle with critical race theory, the same way they had the dog whistle with this don't say gay legislation, it's the same thing they're doing with this DEI. And when they start closing down your HBCUs, then everybody's going to say, how did we get here? Well, we got here because nobody paid attention and nobody voted and nobody got out and did anything.
Well, they're already doing that with the HBCUs, with that bill against diversity in Florida, where if you have like certain sororities are not even able to get certain schools are not able to have certain black sororities because they're black sororities, so they are threatening to lose federal and state funding for these colleges. So that's going on too. As far as the DEI, you can't teach Black history, but you can teach other histories because of the DEI thing that they're trying to shut down on Black history. So a lot of colleges are not offering these courses, these advanced courses in the study of Black history because they are at risk of losing federal and state funding. Another thing that we have to look at the books that are in the library that they have pulled, but you have a lot of books that they have not even decided on. Among the ones that they have said that you can't use, there are still thousands of books that they are allegedly still reviewing. And you think that this only happening in Florida. I played a clip on my channel where a police officer went into the library that has a protected area for students who are gay or questioning their sexuality. They have a special section for them in their books. The officer came in and demanded to see a particular book and asked the librarian where was the book. Now they even have you understand that they have a section for these people. They sent an officer in, and the librarian was like, well, I don't know that section. It should be over in that section. And he wanted her to go look for it. She told him, well, you're more than welcome to go look for the book. And then he said, well, do you know who has it? And then she said, no, I have no idea who has it, but this is the area for this. And then she said, I don't understand who made this complaint. But then all of a sudden the officer tells her, well, that's okay. We can handle this internally. Well, if you could have handled it internally in the first place, why was a police officer sent to this school for this book? There is a big think tank working against DEI, and they said once they can get a foothold of this into one college, they can spread this throughout colleges all across the United States and into businesses.
Yeah.
So they don't want it.
Let me cut in.
And the same thing, this same one more thing. This same think tank, the guy, one guy said it would be a good idea if we were like, I forget what country it was, and sent homosexuals to prison. So see, while
Wow.
everybody want to support the gay agenda, you look at how the gay agenda doesn't support other agendas. So I'm calling out the gay people too. But see, because they have always been supported, but on a large scale, they do not support other agendas. I remember when Roe versus Wade was
but they have not
stamped
always been
out.
supported. That's not accurate.
Listen, I didn't say they were always. I never said that.
That's what
I
you just
never
said. You
said
said they've
that.
always been supported. That's what you said.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't mean that. They are
Yeah, you
being
don't
supported. I
Mhm.
don't. I'm sorry. They are being supported on a large scale.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
they get support, but they do not support other agendas. When Roe versus Wade was overturned, I didn't hear much talked about Roe versus Wade. I had to beg somebody to discuss Roe versus Wade for 5 minutes on their platform because they didn't want to talk about it. Even when I brought it up, they didn't want to talk about it. But their agenda is always supported. So we have to understand that we got to get our shit together. The civil rights, a lot of Jewish people, a lot of non-black people supported us in civil rights. We need advocacy in every area. Everybody can't just be grouping themselves off into separate, oh, I'm this entity, that doesn't affect me. It's all going to affect us. Okay, go ahead, Ms. T.
Really, no, I was gonna say uppity Negro was putting in something, and here's the unfortunate thing we all are talking about. I know we're talking about student loans. Here's the craziest thing: a lot of us could have went to school free, but because we don't have the tools, because we weren't educated enough on scholarships, we really didn't know how to go out there and get the money. A lot of them go to school for free, but they don't teach us that. And I have a problem with that because right now we are educated enough, a lot of us that we should be able to help send our kids to school for free because the money is out there. The scholarships are out there. The grants are out there. We just need to know how to get them. So we have to work a little harder too for things we want. And I think just because ignorance on some of our part, we can't break through a lot of barriers. Go ahead, y'all.
Okay.
Can I just suggest, somebody in the chat said I must be a part of the LGBTQ. No, I'm not. I just know. No, I'm not mad. I'm not upset. This person doesn't know me, and it's okay. I'm not a part of the LGBTQ community, but I just know my history. And if you go back and you look through the history of civil rights in our country, you can even go so far and go back to slavery. The LGBTQ community has always been active in civil rights. So it has nothing to do with me being a part of the group. It just has to do with me knowing my history. That's it.
And not only that, they just couldn't be open like they open now.
Right.
So
but
it
I mean,
appears like that, baby.
Look at Baynard Rustin.
But they have always fought.
Look at Langston Hughes. All of those were queer people.
Queer people. You are right.
So
but
it's not
again,
about me being a part of the community. It's about me knowing my history.
But my point was it seems like they've gotten comfortable in being a separate protected class. That's my point.
No, I'm
okay
with what you said.
See,
I'm not mad. I was just letting the person know because they don't know.
Oh, okay. So we all gonna have to work together. It's my point.
Yep.
I agree.
Now, as far as us being able to go to school for free, that was Bernie Sanders. He was saying that college should be free, and they were acting like he is a fool. How can we do this? He is too old. He is crazy. He's a loon. But you look at T-Velocity, earlier you said how they had those Mexicans who were tearing down that razor wire at the border. Now you look at the city of Chicago, they are giving undocumented immigrants over $9,000 for housing, and they're going to furnish their places until what? Until they're able to get a job. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Until they're able to get a job, which tells you they are going to give them work visas, and they are here illegally. But they have a large homeless problem in Chicago. But they're not spending this on schools. They're closing down so many recreational facilities that they had for students in Maine, for example, because they're using these facilities to house illegal immigrants to this country. So you look at the money that they are putting into upholding these people to stay here, talking about giving them jobs when it's so many displaced people who are born in this country. And people want to say that they don't have money to for Medicare, to keep Medicare solvent and all this type of stuff. You have to look at the fucking games that are being played, and that's why you have to vote.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons that people should vote. I mean, all of the above, But the other thing, somebody said something about schools where it was a comment where somebody said that teach the students in schools today or something. It says students in the classroom are way different these days. Keeping calm, even in upscale schools, is becoming more and more of the issue. The reality of the situation is students aren't different. The way people are dealing with students is different. There's no expectation of excellence. There's no expectation of learning. We allow our kids, and I'm saying across the board, we allow our kids to come to school looking crazy. They come to school, and I've seen them get out the car with their parents with bonnets on and slippers on, carrying in pajamas, with cursing is not big deal anymore. Teachers, parents come up to the school wanting to fight the teacher, wanting to fight the school. So it's I mean, kids are kids. Kids are gonna be kids. Kids are kids. But kids do what they're allowed to do. And when they know that they're in an environment where they're allowed to do whatever they want to do, and there's no repercussion and there's no consequence for the bad behavior, they're going to continue to do that. And so now I will say things are different. Don't get me wrong, with the advancement of technology. The kids are different, their attention spans are different. And they are legitimately addicted to their phones. Like they really do feel like they're gonna die if they don't have their phones. But a lot of adults are the same way. How many people have put their phone at home, turned around and went and got it? Like we all to a certain extent feel that way. You know what I mean?
I have.
I know I have. I've been late for work to go back and get my phone.
Me too. That's terrible, but I have. I ain't gonna lie. Well, listen.
One more thing, we have to understand that a lot of power has been taken away from the parents as well, and see that is a greater part. That is a bigger part of the broader design to get our students to the point that they're in. The power to discipline your children. The power to now, and I do not think that beating your child is the right thing, but so many kids are empowered that they can do anything in their home because the worst repercussion, there is no repercussion that their parent can do to them, and they can call the police on their parents. That's what I'm talking about. So regardless of what your discipline style is, they have allowed these kids to think that, I don't have to do anything I don't want to do because I can call the authorities on my parents.
Listen, ladies, we got to do this more often because people who wants to know, who want to be educated on these things, they'll come. It doesn't matter. We have to push, this a little more because we do have a lot of people being left behind. It was interesting that Miss Toby was talking about how her student loans was paid off and now she's debt free or she freed up. that she can buy property, she can, investment property. A lot of money is out there we just don't know about. And I think it's important that when we push certain things, we push that as well. As long along with the education on how to get finances so you can invest in certain things so you can become financially successful, and you don't have to struggle so much. And then your children, your children's children don't have to struggle because we could make investments because they are trying to pull a lot of things away from us. I'm gonna have to wrap it up though. I told y'all I was out of town. I got to get ready for this birthday bash. So Ronnie Q, go ahead and say your closing statement, and then we will try to move forward, you guys, and meet so we can talk about it. Really, B, I know you do the podcast with I know you do the teachers podcast with
L Teddy.
L Teddy. Damn, I don't know why I couldn't think. L Teddy. So we have to stay and look out for that as well, because I know you touch on a lot of these subjects. Ronnie Q, I know you've been covering politics. Hey, we just have to make it happen. We have to try to educate our people. Those who want to be educated and want to hear their come. Those who want to be left behind, leave them behind. Go ahead, Ronnie Q.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure having a conversation with you guys, and really, BTV, don't think that I think that the parents are innocent. I think discipline is lacking all around, and I had a great time having this conversation with you guys, and I hope we can continue it on my platform this week. Thank you.
Yeah, no.
Thank you for having me up, T-Velocity.
Yeah, thank you, Miss T. Same thing. I've enjoyed the conversation. No, I don't feel. I just think that's a deeper, like you said. That's we don't have time to really go there, but I don't feel that way. Yeah, thank you for the conversation. I've enjoyed it. It was something I was going to. Oh, Miss Ronnie Q, just when you set the live up, either send me the link or tag me or something so I'll know because I don't always see everything in real time. I see it like for whatever
Okay.
reason. Because I think I am subscribed to you, but I don't think I get all my notifications. And sometimes I see stuff afterwards, or I'm busy when it's on and I listen to it on the playback. So, like, just tag me or something.
All right, ladies. I'm stepping down. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm
Thank
gonna
you
stop
so
that too.
much.
You can say goodbye to your people. I'll talk to everybody later. Bye. Thanks for letting me up.
Thank you, baby. It's always a pleasure to have good people on the panel and to discuss great things that will make us grow. We started out one way and then we ended up another, but it still ties back into the enemy within. Sometimes we can be our worst enemy. So, because we are chasing the wrong thing. I said Benjamins, that's money, but perhaps because we are ignoring important factors that should be, we should stay, we should really stay on top of. And these type of conversations don't get a lot of likes and views, and you don't get a lot of participation. But again, you can't take everybody with you when you're getting ready to level up, and that's to include on here as well. You guys, I appreciate you so much for joining me. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It is what it is out here in these streets. You guys just stay safe. If you are a subby or a moderator and you don't feel like dropping down as far as my moderators, that's okay too. My job is to protect you and my subbies as well as myself first. So if you feel like it's too much, stuff going on here, and some of us could be casualties of war. Y'all saw what happened to me today. But it is what it is. I think I handled it well. And with that being said, y'all be safe and y'all have a great weekend. And I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace and blessings. Let's get ready to go out. This Wi-Fi really here is messing up.